Well, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you've probably heard me say I really like Edge of Eternities. It's not the current set anymore. I guess people are moving on to Spider-Man, but it's still, I don't know, I really like it. I'm a little biased because I had kind of moved away from Magic for a good 12 years, hadn't played at all. Actually, I played online a little bit here and there and dabbled in, and I followed it loosely. But I hadn't bought a pack of cards in over 10 years. Edge of Eternities is the first set that I got back into and bought cards. And I bought a lot. I bought a box, and then I bought additional cards since then. And to be honest, I've had really good luck. I guess it depends on how you look at it. You know, there's different perspectives on what a successful pack is. But I've drawn some cool cards, like good cards. I've drawn valuable cards. I've drawn just neat looking cards, by any measure, I feel like I've done pretty well with Edge of Eternities. And I do feel like pretty much every pack I get, the value is there. It's actually like the pack, the value of the pack, of the cards within the pack, at least meets the value of the pack itself, or the price of the pack itself, if that makes any sense. I do not see that with Pokemon, like 90% of the time, right? Pokemon, you buy 9 packs and they're trash, and then the 10th you get lucky and jackpot or whatever. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but anyway, Edge of Eternities, cool set. I highly recommend it if you haven't bought a whole lot. I'm going to continue buying it sporadically, at least. I mean, I can't afford to buy cards for every set, but I really like it. I know there's a lot of cards out there I still haven't gotten yet. The lands in this set are amazing. They're beautiful. And yeah, there's just a lot of, some of the mechanics and stuff are maybe a little weird. Maybe, let me know if you actually played it a lot. You might have a better opinion on some of the mechanics, but I don't know. I think the spacecraft are cool. I really like that they, kind of focused on Cavu, brought a lot of Cavu in. Like, I haven't seen those since back in the day when I played more actively back in Plane Shift and Invasion. And yeah, there's cool like space dragons and space angels and weird stuff like that. Like awesome lands. But all right, ranting. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see what I get. Robot soldier. Not gonna go into huge detail on all of these because nobody wants to watch that. But focus fire. It's kind of neat. Direct damage card. X damage to target attacking or blocking creature, where X is 2 plus number of creatures and or spacecraft. Yeah, I like the spacecraft. Intrepid Tenderfoot. I'm just in the commons right now. Rig for War. Target creatures plus 3 for 0. Virus Beetle. Just a little 1/1. Command Bridge. Land enters tapped. Anytime a land enters tapped, from my experience, nobody wants it, right? Because it's all about speed. You got to get your mana quickly so you can get cards played quickly and win. If it comes into play tapped, then it just delays you a turn. When this land enters, sacrifice it and lets you tap an untapped permanent you control. So it's kind of like double whammy, although it gives you a mana of any color. So that's awesome, but I mean, it's tapped and yeah. Artifact creature robot, Zookeeper Mechan. Honor. Get a counter and a card. Galvanizing Saw Ship. This one's an uncommon. I believe I've drawn this one before. But just a 6/5, and once you get enough people stationed on it, it's got flying and haste. That's pretty expensive though. 6 mana for a 6/5, and then yeah, the flying and haste thing is nice, but I mean, 6 mana otherwise until you get a station. I mean, I'm not a pro. I haven't actually played a single game with the mechanics in Edge of Eternities, so if it's a better card than I realized, let me know. But it seems like it's just kind of expensive. I mean, 6/5 is a good sized creature though. 2/4. The second spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. I mean, that's kind of nice, especially. Well, I guess we got a lot of spells. Monoist Circuit Feeder. Uncommon. Kind of like this guy. It's expensive though too. 6. There we go. I don't even want to try to pronounce that. I think I've drawn this one before. I really don't remember, but Phenomena. I don't know how to pronounce it. The right hand. 5 mana for 3/4 flying. Oh, look at the top card of your library anytime. That's nice. You may cast artifact spells from the top of your library. That's cool. Artifacts you control have tap, add blue. Spend this mana only to cast spells from anywhere other than your hand. Interesting. Maybe I haven't drawn this. If I have, then I didn't pay enough attention to it to really understand what it was. I'm curious. I'm going to look this one up now. So give me a second. Bear with me. I'll let you stare at it. I don't know. I think it's kind of neat. I can't really tell what's going on in the picture. Yeah, it's not really worth anything, though. I think it's kind of a neat card, personally. If you think it's horrible or if you think I'm exaggerating, let me know. But like I said, I haven't actually played in the Edge of Eternities, set, so maybe I'm wrong. But the fact that you can look at the top card of your library at any time, that itself is just pretty cool. I mean, you can only look at it, but then you may cast artifact spells from the top of your library. I mean, you have to pay for them still, but and then you can tap your artifacts to pay for the artifacts at the top. So, I mean, I guess. All right. Well, I'm not going to spend forever analyzing this, especially since I'm not going to pretend to be a pro. But essentially, a 3/4 flyer. It's expensive for a 3/4 flyer, but I like that you can look at the top card of your library at any time and cast it using their artifacts if it's an artifact spell. So I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me know. Last Assyrian Voidborn Vampiric Soldier. Hey, it's kind of cool. I've always had a thing for the vampires in this in Magic, but mostly based on the fact that I played back in the day when there weren't very many vampires. Sanger Vampire, he was awesome. I don't know if anybody cares about him anymore, but he was a card everybody liked back when I played. Sanger, Skyshroud Vampire, Crow Viking Vampire, or however you pronounce that dude's name. Baron Sanger. This guy looks kind of funky. Not what I would think of as a vampire, but he's a space vampire or whatever, right? So, this dude, whenever this creature or another creature, I'm trying to scan it, sorry. Whenever this creature or another creature or artifact you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain life. So you get a little mini drain life anytime something dies. Whatever. It's a foil. My lands are foil too. So that's kind of nice. Okay. Well, nothing super amazing in there. Like I said, I do think this one's kind of interesting, and I do like the vampires. At the end of the day, I'm still. I still stand by it. I generally get that value out of a pack of Edge of Eternities. Like, if I wanted to sell it, or even if it's just like you want to measure the value just to get an idea of whether or not you're wasting your money buying them, right? Like, that's going to be worth a little bit. That's worth a little bit. And even a foil land somebody'd buy if I wanted to sell it. Okay, one more pack. Sorry, I spent way more time talking about that than I probably should have. Here we go. Blooming Stinger, Scorpion. Frontline War Rager. Insatiable Skittermaw. Starbreach. I like this card. It's got a really cool art. It's just a common and nobody seems to care about it, but I like it. Actually, to be honest, I haven't even read the ability. I just remember when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's cool that it's a space whale, right? It just reminds me of actually, there's space whales in Star Wars. It reminds me of those. Ezra Bridger flew away with those things. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of neat. Starport Security. I'm still on the commons. I wish that whale was not a common, right? Like, it deserves better. Germinating Worm, Plant Worm. I thought that was kind of neat too, actually. Most of these I've already gotten, so Whenever this creature becomes tapped, untap another target permanent. Triggers ability only once each turn. 3/2 Nanoform Sentinel. That's kind of neat. Neat picture, I guess. Steel Swarm Operator. 2 mana, 1/1 flying. Okay. Now you can tap to add blue mana, but you can only cast artifact spells, so it's kind of limited. The picture's kind of neat, though. I like the Kavu dudes. I've already drawn this before, but legendary Kavu pilot here. Tanuk, maybe? Tanuk? Memorial Ensign. Whenever, it's got landfall, which I'm not horribly familiar with because it didn't exist back when I was an active player. Whenever a land you control enters, Tanuk deals 1 damage to each opponent. Yeah, it's kind of neat, especially because it's cheap, so you could potentially get down early. Greyblade Trooper, Dawnshire, Sunstar Dreadnought. So this one, holy moly, look at the power and toughness on that bad boy. I mean, it's no big furry monster, but it's I gotta look it up out of curiosity. Usually, I've got at least a rough idea of what the big ones are, right? I follow closely enough to know, like, if I saw like one of the big boys, I would know that's one of the big boys. But looks like it might be worth about $9. So that's what I mean. Good pulls. Every pack I get of Edge of Eternities, I feel like it's at least pays for itself. Again, assuming you're selling it, but even if you're not selling it, I feel like you can feel good about the fact that you get something. When I open Pokemon cards, I feel bad about myself every single time I open a pack, and I think that's why Pokemon players get addicted, because you feel crappy 9 packs in a row, and then you get like the one high from like the one good card you get. You know, like you get kind of addicted. Like you gotta open more. At least that's how I feel a lot of times. But Magic, I feel like it's just steady. Like you always get your money back. I feel like. But yeah, I think looks like it's worth about $9. I should probably read it. Legendary Artifact, Spacecraft. Again, I like the Spacecraft. Dawnshire, Sunstar Dreadnought. That's pretty cool. It's freaking huge. 2020. You can station people on it when you got 10. And I like this. And it's got, once you get 10, whenever you attack, Dawnshire deals 100 damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker? What the? Oh, man. And then, once you have 20, it flies. So, interesting. I mean, it's just freaking 2020. I don't know how practical that is. Let me know. Have you guys ever used this or seen anyone use it? I feel like if nothing else, it's almost like a fun story to tell, right? Like a big furry monster, like how big this is and how it deals 100 damage. It's almost like a coffee table book, but it's a coffee table card. Like it's just a conversation starter, right? I'm going to sleeve this one. I think it's cool. Oh, wait. I got to stop now. Alchemy's Charm. 3 black mana. Choose one. Exile target creature or planeswalker. It's cool. Return 1 or 2 target creatures or planeswalker cards from your graveyard to your hand, or put 2 1/1 counters on target creature you control. Wish it was the foil version of this. I have a soft spot. I love all the these borderless cards, and a lot of times I see they're not really worth all that much, and I think it's kind of a shame because a lot of them are really beautiful. But of course, I'm saying that about a card that I have, right? So of course I want it to be worth a lot. I want it to be highly sought after. But they're impossible to scan, these stinking things. So it looks like it may be worth about $4. So actually, even that's not bad. Come on, I got like a $8 or $9 card here, and $4 card here, in one pack. Magic. I like this card. I know it's not super powerful, but I like it, and I got a foil one too, so that's cool. 1 mana for 1/1 little death touch thing. Honestly, I think the reason I like this is it just reminds me of Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, when there's those little buzzer droid things that are landing on Anakin's ship and Obi-Wan's ship, and it's like carving into him, chopping him up, and then he has to do all the maneuvers to knock him off. I don't know. Anyway, I'm a nerd, as you can tell. But I think it's just kind of neat. I 1/1 Death Touch seems a little worthless, I suppose, because yeah, it's going to kill anything it touches, but guess what? Anything it touches is going to kill it too. So it's kind of a one-off. You might as well just get a Terror or something, right? But oh, see, and yeah, look at these, and it's a foil one. These are amazing. I've been talking on a lot of my videos about the lands. These are gorgeous. Have you ever seen a land better than this? Like than these, like than this Edge of Eternities, in my opinion. Keep in mind, I've not paid active attention for 10 years now. Has the best lands. Unhinged actually had some really good lands too, but these are just gorgeous. And it's foil, so I was just talking about getting my value here, and there we go. Like I don't know what that's worth. The fact that it's a foil one means it's probably worth something. Regardless of whether or not it's worth much, I guarantee someone would buy that. Like, in my experience, any sort of, like, if it's a magic, it's, lands. If it's energy, or Pokemon, it's energy. People gobble the special versions of those up. Like, they just, because, everybody needs lands. And you've got so many lands, like, when you can find one that's cool, people want them. Doesn't mean they'll pay a lot for it, but hollow energies in Pokemon, people buy those for me all the time when I sell them. I've got a big folder full of them in the other room. And then the Magic Lands, yeah, I sell those out like crazy. So whenever somebody comes to my table and wants to sell me lands or sell me any cards, if they just have like a binder, I honestly go to the lands because I don't have to pay a lot for them, and I can guarantee they sell. So anyway, that's my little tip there. Looks like a couple bucks for this swamp. Oh wait, that's not the foil version. Yeah, it's still a couple bucks. It looks like it. So anyway, I'm super pleased with my second pack especially. First pack was fine. Second pack's really good. So let me know what you guys think. Did I miss anything? Is it better or worse than I thought? Can't even remember what my rare was in my first pack now. Because my second pack was just so much cooler. I mean, these guys are fine. These little uncommons here. But yeah, what in the world was my rare? Oh yeah, no, it was just Menomina, however you pronounce it. So even the uncommons I thought were decent enough, but these are pretty solid cards there. If I were to add it all up, I think it was probably what, 8, maybe 12, 13, 14. I can't remember what he was worth. I mean, I bet close between 15 and 20 bucks for those, and then if you throw in some of these other like uncommons, easily got the value of the 2 packs back. But anyway, and more than that, I just love this, and I think this one, I mean, that's cool looking, borderless, and that's just cool. I mean, I don't know if I'd ever use it, but it's cool. So let me know what you think. You guys have a good one. Bye.